Today I'm going to show you the correct way to prep a drywall patch. As you can see, this window was installed and a bottom sill was added, that 2x4 right there. So now I need to cut this old sheetrock back about 3/4 of an inch so we have a nice joint where we can join both new and old pieces of drywall together. So then I took my multi-tool and I cut out that little piece so we make a nice seam right there, and got my measurements. And whenever you measure drywall, never measure too tight. There's no need for that. It's all gonna get mudded in anyways. So then I had a piece of this purple rock laying around, so I just decided to use that to fill in that little patch. So I normally use a T-square or a drywall square, but I had a 2-foot level laying around, so I just decided to use that. And one trick I use also when cutting sheetrock, I always score it twice from the front. It just makes it that much easier and cleaner when you break it like that. So bring that piece inside, and I take the screw gun, some drywall screws, and I put in the screws normally around the perimeter, about 6 to 8 inches apart. And just barely sink the head in. Just don't punch it all the way through so it doesn't rip the paper, otherwise the screws don't hold. And a very important part when you're doing any kind of patch in drywall is you have to screw in the old part of the drywall. Otherwise, this patch will crack. Probably most of the time it will crack. So, and one little trick that I learned over the years, and I've been doing it for about 15 years, is I use some form of construction adhesive. I had some of this Loctite laying around, so I used that before I put the mesh on there. It just guarantees me that it's just another thing that guarantees me that it will not crack. So, and it just bonds both of those pieces of drywall together. And every time that I use mesh when I'm joining new drywall to old drywall, I will always mud it my first coat with fast drying mud or hot mud. So it's just a lot stronger base, and it bonds a lot stronger to old drywall, so it just makes for a better patch. And I hope this helps. In the next video I'll come out, it will have the proper way to mud this patch out and texture it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.